New CBS News polling finds many Americans, maybe quite understandably, worried about the Iran war and skeptical of the United States under President Trump meeting its stated goals. Joining me now, your friend and mine, CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, at his own big screen. We have rival big screens going on here in segment one of the show. So, net, how do Americans feel about the war?
No maps, but we got poll numbers. Look, what you just explained at the top there, Major, people don't like uncertainty. And what we've seen since the start of the war was people saying they didn't feel like the administration was explaining what the goals were. So I followed up this week. And I said, well, why is that? And two-thirds of people said it's because they feel like they've been changing the goals all along. And that's hard to keep up with. That's what I mean by uncertainty. So when I ask, OK, what is it important for the U.S. to be doing in Iran, you get big bipartisan numbers. Look at these goals. Permanently stop the nuclear program, stop Iran from threatening others, make sure Iran's people are safe. The top one you get is open the Strait of Hormuz, which people don't think has been done yet. They don't think any of these things have been done yet. And that comes back to gas prices, right? That comes back to inflation. And there I want to show you this, which is that people's, given Trump's jobs ratings here, his inflation numbers have gone down. Sort of first law of politics. Gas prices go up, your inflation and your job ratings go down.
No doubt. So in the Trump era, his support among evangelicals a constant. If I remember correctly, he won Catholics by 8% in 2016, about even, maybe lost by a point or two to Biden in 2020, then won them by about 12 or so in 2024. What do we know about, from your polling, what he's done on the internet recently, the president, and this spat with Pope Leo? Can you break any of that down for us?
I can, and start with this. This is your approval among Catholics from the latest poll of the conflict in Iran. You see majority disapproval, yes, but the approval basically matches the U.S. population, so that's about even. But when we talk about Catholics, the thing I want to point out to everybody is, as with other religions, it's religiosity, as measured in this case by how often you attend Mass, you go to church. When you look at folks who go weekly, approval of the conflict and approval of Trump overall is much higher than people who attend less often. So I'm showing you the overall job numbers there, and I'm going to show you by church attendance, again, in a relative way. Here's the conflict. And this is a little bit more approving among folks who attend more weekly. What that tells you is that when you watch this, it's folks who are, again, by this proxy, more attendant. The religiosity matters within Catholics in the U.S., Major.
Anthony Salvanto, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.